हाँ जी राजीव सर।
यस सर।
सर जो हमारे गेस्ट हैं उनको लिंक मैंने वही भेजा है, तो आपको उनको स्पीकर के लिए वो करना पड़ेगा, ऑथराइज करना पड़ेगा।
एक बार आ जाए तो मैं ये कर दूंगा,
परमिशन दे देना। हाँ परमिशन दे देना बस, ठीक है।
सर तो आ जाए।
ठीक ठीक ठीक
ठीक है सर।
एट ईच एंड मतलब ये चीज यहाँ से अगर इसकी पिक्चर अपडेट होगी तब तो जहाँ से शुरू होगी यहाँ से यहाँ से शुरू होगी तो ये बीच में डिस्टेंस होता है इसको कहते हैं ओवरलैप डिस्टेंस ये वाला डिस्टेंस तो देखो ओवरलैप एट ईच एंड कैपिटल कैपिटल के नंबर ऑफ ग्रेड and number of grade
Raju sir, we can start after 2 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Rajiv sir.
Ganesh sir, speaker has joined.
Yes sir. Rajiv sir. Tanwar sir is there. Kindly make sir as presenter.
Okay, sir.
Good morning sir.
Oh, I couldn't see sir.
Good morning.
Welcome sir.
Very good morning sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I think we can start. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yeah.
I think we should start now. Or should we wait?
No, sir.
Uh,
We can start. Dr. Santhil will formally start the session.
Okay. Okay.
yeah. Yes, sir.
And should I remove my screen?
No, sir. No problem, sir.
No, sir. Let it be, sir. Raju, sir, will proceed, right?
Yes, sir, you can proceed, sir.
Okay. Respected eminent speaker, Mr. Satish Kumar Tanwarji, Regional Head, Ultratech Cement Limited, faculty members and participants from various industry and institute, very warm good morning. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome our today's expert, Mr. Satish Kumar Ji, fellow faculty members and dear participants. On behalf of the Department of Civil Engineering and organizing team, I welcome you all for the 11th lecture of webinar series titled Industry Institute Interaction and Training among the 16 lecture series. With this brief, I request Dr. Kanish Kapoor to introduce our today's speaker to you. Yeah, Kanish sir, please proceed.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. First, I would like to welcome our today's guest, our eminent speaker, Shri Satish Kumar Tanwarji, for the lecture. We are very happy and lucky and fortunate that sir is here to present a very good topic on today's lecture. That is a series between the Industry Academia series. And to go with brief with Tanwarji, Mr. Engineer Satish Tanwarji is a civil engineer and he's post-graduated in business management and having a professional experience of more than 25 years in construction and techno marketing. Mr. Tanwar is presently working as a regional head technical services with Ultratech Cement Limited, and you can also famously known as Aditya Birla Group. And presently, he's leading a team of more than 50 graduate and engineers in Punjab. He has experience of working on construction sites and also as a business development manager in RSM Construction Chemicals. It's a very well-known MNC. And further, his area of interest are cement, concrete, and construction practices. And we are very fortunate to have sir here because he is very active member in organizing many of the seminar, workshops, and other events like Concrete Day awards and for the civil engineering plus architecture quizzes. Now, to more about Mr. Tanwar, he had received Bravery Award and Silver Saver in the year 2004 for his previous organization for saving the precious life of a business associate. He also received Technical Maestro Award in 2011 from his present organization, that is Ultratech Cement. And he is also associated with the many civil engineering bodies, like if I name a few, he is also the former chairman, that is in India for the Indian Concrete Institute, Rajasthan State Center, member of Chandigarh Management Association, member of Board of Studies of GNE Ludhiana. He's also a fellow institutional engineers and currently vice chairman Indian Building Congress, Jaipur Center. And if I go a brief about sir, like in my career, I see many of the persons for academia and the institute, but Satish Tanwarji is one of the most dynamic and most energetic person I met in the last 10 years of my career. Thank you, sir, for being here, and we are lucky to have you here. And the mic is over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Kanish, for nice words, and I'm thankful that you are fascinated with the work that we are doing in the market. So thank you very much for that, and good morning to you, all of you friends. I hope all of you are fit and fine in this healthy, environment, because you're healthy. That's why you're here. So, I would like to welcome you all on behalf of Ultratech Cement Limited. And definitely, I'm also associated with Indian Concrete Institute. So I would also like to touch a little bit about on that parameter also. So friends, it was, zeal of Dr. Kanish Kapoor who has been pulling me, I think we had a presentation on Engineers Day, September 15th, at NIT Jalandhar only on avatars of concrete. So today we have come up with another topic which is of my interest, personal, professional interest, green building a way forward for future, because we all are engineers, technocrats, and I would like to start my story in the way that world over, we as a civil engineer or as an architect or as an construction professional are responsible and lucky enough that we are fulfilling our dreams, the dreams of an architect, the dream of a client, by using all the resources that are available to you. Resources, I mean to say capital, money, as well as the resources that we are taking from the nature in the means of cement, aggregates, anything that we take from the nature. So it is our duty. It is our duty to use it judiciously, because during your engineering tenure, you might have studied concrete mix proportioning. Earlier, it was a concrete mix design. Now it is a concrete mix proportioning, limit state method, working state method, this method, that method. But the idea of an engineer is to get the maximum out of the minimum. So, my dear friends, today's topic is, taking us towards that thought only. How do we get maximum by consuming minimum? And that is nothing but a sustainability. So, sustainability, ability to maintain the pace and the rate and the level by which we are consuming the natural resources. So, green buildings, there is a very big, organization, US Green Building Council, UGBC. So I just really worry about this thought that this sustainability and green building concepts, are they really belong to USA or India? Because my gut feeling says that we as an Indian people, we are green by birth. Because you might have observed that in our regular routine lives, we do not, put anything into waste. We keep on using it. And that is what is meant by sustainability, sustainable practices, So building, let us talk on the topic of a building. Building, what we see as a vertical structure or horizontal structures in front of us in the cities and the towns. It is known as the third skin. First skin is the skin that we have on our body. The second skin is the environment around. And third skin is the artificial crafted building which protects us from the sun rays, from the storm, from the rain, and from the environmental impacts. So building as a third skin is the concept. But what we are doing is we are creating jungles, concrete jungles. And what those jungles are doing, definitely there is an urban heat island effects. You might have observed the city area, especially where there is a lot of concrete, lot of buildings are there, and less of greenery is there. During the summer days, the heat, the temperature is more on that area rather than the area where there is a greenery. So this is a common phenomena. So all these buildings are causing that impact also. The other impact of unsustainable practices is that more river floods, more storm, more waste that we are able to see along the sides of the cities or the towns. I have also heard a quote from an Englishman. He used to say, whenever I'm traveling in a train in India, and whenever there is a big mountain of waste observed, you can foresee that you are about to arrive a city. So this is what we are telling it to the world. So there are certain alarming facts in India. This is old data rather. 20 million households do not have electricity. Yes, nowadays we are coping up with and we are going for the at par electricity demand. The construction industry is responsible for 30% of the use. For us as a civil engineer and technocrats, we use 30% of the energy what is required by all human world. 73% of the wastewater goes untreated into the water bodies. whatever water we are having in our households, we use only 27%, and 73% is going as a wastewater. We do not use that water, and you all know that the potable or water in world is very limited. So we as an engineer has to design the things which consumes less water. It is our duty. 75% of the buildings, those will be there existing by 2030, are yet to be built. So you can see that there were quotes also. It is only 10% of the infrastructure that has been built till date in India. 90% is yet to be done. Am I? Yeah, I am getting some disturbance. Am I audible? Anyone can respond, please.
Audible,
Yes,
audible,
sir.
sir.
Okay,
Audible,
great.
audible.
Thank you. So there is a shortfall of lot many millions of houses, and whenever there is an pandemic like situation, World War II, when it has ended, there was nothing to be done, and everybody world was thinking that what is to be done. And there were countries who they blindly started doing construction, and that starting of the construction phenomena, starting of the construction of the buildings, houses, that created that loop of GDP, and started lot many industries towards its growth end. So what is the impact of the so much huge requirement gaps? We want more water, we want more energy, we want more resources. We are producing more waste. We are polluting more to this environment, to this Mother Earth. And what we are seeing is there is a growth in the building industry. What we are seeing is a growth is requiring more from the nature. So we are, as an engineer, we should be shifting our thoughts towards going green. So let us think going green. Let us be economical. What is a green building? Which uses less water, optimizes energy efficiency. Less energy is used by those buildings. Rather, there are buildings designed all over the world who they are not only producing energy to its own requirement, but they are also able to supply energy to the neighboring buildings. Conserve natural resources. It consumes less of the natural resources, generates less waste. All of us are living in families, and how many of us have really done producing compost from the waste that we are producing, at least organic waste. So provide healthier spaces. These green buildings provide healthier spaces. It means the environmental quality inside the building is good, green, breathable, and it's a natural kind of a thing. So conventional buildings are having deficiencies in all these factors, or maybe in one factor or other factor. So these are the thought processes which are working around designing, conceiving, and constructing a green building. So there are certain myths. Green building, constructing green building, thinking green building, thinking to design green building, and constructing building green building is more expensive. This is a myth. It is not expensive. They look less attractive. It is also a myth. They are complex to build. It is also a myth. There are not many green products available. It is also a myth. You search on green products certification, green product certified products. In our UltraTech, there are 5-6 categories of products which are green building certified products. Green building certified products are those products which are having sustainable future, sustainable. They are good for construction. Rather, we should use the materials which are salvage material, the material which they have lived their life, but yes, definitely they can be reused by doing certain operations. So not many buyers understand this concept. So green building movement in India, it started in 2001 when there was a built space of 20,000 square feet. But now the growth rate is above 30-35%, what is shown here. So this is the first green building of India, Godrej complex at Hyderabad. So green building rating systems which exist in India is one is IGBC, other is Griha. World over, it is US Green Building Council. That is also, having some chapters in India as well. So Indian Green Building Council it is different for homes, different for factories, different for buildings. Even in our, National Building Code, also these concepts are defined. So healthcare, campus, data center, landscaping, township, interiors. So all these buildings are defined differently, and they are conceptualized, designed, and conceived differently. And then the rating system, according to the point that construction or that building is earning, that building is ratified and certified as, silver, gold, and platinum according to the points that building is earning. So there are 6 sustainability areas which are mainly, we should be focusing on. One is sustainable site selection. Other one is water efficiency. Third one is energy efficiency. Fourth is sustainable material selection. And fifth is enhancement of indoor environmental quality and innovation in design. How economically, how resourcefulness we can adopt while doing the construction of in sustainable site selection, the topography, the general layout, the general area of a building should be such that we observe and we adopt all the local building bylaws. Soil erosion control is monitored and controlled. Natural topography of the area is maintained, or vegetation is around 25%. Basic household amenities are available very nearby. It should not be like you have done one green building which is 50 kilometers away from the basic amenities. So every day you have to consume the petrol and everything. So embodied energy, for any kind of material that you'll be bringing in at your house would increase. Heat island effects and on roof designing and adoption of the newer technologies. So under sustainable site selection, parking facility for the visitors. There are many government offices as well as private companies, offices, industrial campuses wherein there is a parking space for all the employees, those are working, but there is very less space for the visitor. While designing future buildings, green buildings, we have to accommodate this area also. We have to give at least 10% or 15% place for the visitors to come in. Electric charging facilities for the vehicle, because it is going to be the future. So today we have to think about this. Any day, any moment, or within next 5 years, these systems are going to come. So design for differently abled people, and this has not been observed in many. 80% of the buildings that exist today in our towns or cities, we are lacking in this criteria. Basic facilities for construction workforce. So water efficiency, the first, the other option what we see, rainwater harvesting has been propagated, has been said, has been discussed by many people. Reduces potable water consumption, enhances groundwater level, reduces water flow into the drains. So rainwater is collected, groundwater is recharged, stored, reused, flushing, irrigation. We can use it for different purposes. But my idea, we have always studied and we have always seen people presenting that whatever rain is coming and we'll be designing here and tank and which we'll be using later. The thought that I want to propagate here through you is that why we want the rain to fall on the roof and then go to the ground, below the ground, and then while using, again we will be using motor, pump, and electricity, which will again require for the energy. My idea is if you can really build a system or a tank, and small overhead type of a tank which is just below the point from where the rainwater is falling, that water is stored at that level only. And whenever we want to use it for irrigation or flushing, we just simply open a tap and we use it. And that I think that as an innovative engineer or as a budding engineer, we should be thinking on those lines and we should come up with these kind of ideas. So water efficiency, another phenomena which we commonly observe in clients, customers, as well as amongst engineers while specifying for a specific faucet or bathroom fitting, etc. We certainly, we normally do not consider all these factors of, what is the pressure of the water by which it is flowing out, what is the amount of water our water closet is using while giving a single flush. The fixtures which are available in the market normally consume 13 liters of water for a single flush, whereas there are systems available which consume water to the extent of 4 liters, 3.5 liter and 4 liters. These things are also available. So while designing and while going for green buildings, we must use the things wherein the things are not only aesthetically beautiful, aesthetically good, but also on the point of green building concepts for which consumes less water. So water efficiency, treat and reuse the water. Domestic water demand, I have already told, the 73% of the water is going, being flushed, unused. So we can reuse that water, we can treat that water, we can use for irrigation purpose, as said earlier. So water efficiency is, again, let us go for our irrigation system. In our engineering, we have studied that there were, irrigation sprinkler systems, and drip irrigation system was the last which we had studied. But nowadays there are things available wherein you can put a thermometer kind of a device in a soil, and according to the sense, when it will get a sense when the soil moisture is below certain point that you have tuned it to, it will start irrigating the soil. Till then it will not be doing. That is how you can save on the water also. So when we do construction, when we think of it designing and going for a building construction, it is said that only 17% amount that we spent while constructing a building, 83% is during its lifetime. So whenever we design as an engineer, whenever we construct as an engineer, we always think about it should be cheaper, it should be economical. No, that should not be the case merely. Rather, we should see the energy requirement of the equipment that we are. Suppose it is a pump that we have to order. It should be using less of energy. It should be durable. It should be giving its services for us for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. These are the criterias on which we should be looking at, and definitely that this is how solar, putting up a solar system on the building, when it is going to be break even, when it is going to meet its installed cost and giving us free electricity to the house. And those are the criteria which we should consider as while designing and telling about in a road construction. If you go for a concrete road, if you go for a bituminous road, concrete road life cycle is much cheaper than a bituminous road. And most of the engineer, even 80% till date, they are just thinking what is the current cost, and again for after 2 years or 3 years we are going to redo it. And this is the prevailing system in India which is going on. So since we are new people, we are thinking we'll be designing building after 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. So let us think in an innovative direction. Energy optimization. Our buildings have different energy requirements, and it can be changed, it can be varied depending upon the orientation that we are giving to building. And here is the term which is known as Vastu, which comes into play. Vastu is not a term which is related with some Vedic kind of a thing. It is a thing by which we as an technocrat should align ourselves with the nature. It is also a green building kind of a concept. The area from where light is coming, if we will place our building open space towards that point, then we will be requiring, definitely the energy requirement would be less. So it is aligning, energy optimization can be done. There are a lot many systems available by which we can control. These are the systems adopted, internet systems which are adopted for designing buildings and doing energy optimization, light optimization, light requirement. You can see the dark areas shown as a red areas, wherein you will be needing light. So heat, ventilation, control systems, these are the things that we can, there are novel ideas of, getting air from beneath the Mother Earth, solar hot water systems, low intensity wind turbines, solar street lights, building integrated solar PV systems. These are a few areas wherein we can think of while going for green building. Sustainable material selection is also available to us. We as an engineer should specify what material should be using, what building material we should be using. Separation of a house old waste I have already explained and discussed about. Organic waste management, handling of construction waste material is, recycled concrete aggregate industry is coming up in a good way, and engineers are thinking on those lines. Workshops are being held for this region also. Reuse of the salvaged material, a material which has, lived its life. Even then we can, change its properties, do something about it and operate it, and we can reuse that material also. So materials with recycled contents can also be used. And as far as possible, we should not be bringing in or building materials from far-flung areas. Local is better, and it goes with the slogan of the government is go local. So enhancement of the indoor environment quality is also in the design aspect of an architect or as an engineer. We have to see the oxygen level in the building, be it a hospital, be it a school, whatever the building is. Where is the ventilation? How the oxygen is entering in? And what are the exhaust systems? All these factors are to be designed. We have to use the paint having low volatile organic compound materials. Adhesives are to be used looking at this criteria. So costing, these are the costing calculations, earlier calculation, not nowadays prevalent, because I'll be telling you these are the buildings which were done: Jaipur, Ranbaxy, High Gears, Marriott, Greater Noida, and this was the efficiency, energy actual building cost, energy conventional building cost, and there's annual energy saving. You can see how much saving has been done in terms of energy. So cost of the building and payback in years. The first building which was done, it had a 18% increased cost, but in 7 years it had come to the break-even point. It had paid back the cost, and this is the phenomena. As far as we are using the latest innovated materials, this cost is also coming down, and the payback years are also coming down because of the advancement in technologies and because of the good things that we are thinking about and doing in the direction of green building construction. So these are some of the projects which I would be telling it to you. These are the local projects done by IGBC in Punjab. D-Mart, Jirpur, Punjab. It has been rated as a gold-rated building, and these are the facts about the building. Another building is Homeland Heights, Mohali, Punjab. This is a platinum-rated building, highest rating in IGBC criteria. Another gold-rated Indian School of ISB, Mohali. This is a silver-rated building. Maramangal Smart School, Jirpur, platinum-rated building. Max Super Specialty Hospital, Mohali, Punjab, gold-rated building. Ranbaxy Office, Punjab, gold-rated building. This is another building. Tinor, these are the, again, in my presentation, I have told it lot many times. It is the perspective and the, perception. The way in which something is regarded, understood, or interpreted is a perception. Perspective is a particular attitude towards a way of regarding something or a point of view. The true understanding of the relative importance of things is important, whether it is our perception or whether it is the perspective. So you can see the photographs which have shown, been shown there. Perception and perspective. There is a, can we see environmental challenges differently? So we have to, as a good citizen, as a good technocrat, we have to make a shift towards this perspective, as well as, we have to change the perception of the people. Still in our, regular routine life, whenever there is a child is born in our house, we celebrate it. But on the other end, what is the perception? We are 130 crore plus. We are densely populated. What is the, is it a bloom or a gloom? What is our culture? But we also celebrate this. IT sector, on the contrary part of it, IT sector has put India on the international map because of its population. We produce more engineers, we have that kind of mind power, and it makes a difference. So population is a bloom or gloom is still, we have to think. Anthropologists estimate Earth is home for about 10 quadrillion ants of 12,000 species. So biomass of ants, biomass of 6.5 billion people or 7 billion people. Yet ants are building sustainable dwelling. So we as an people, human, we should also be thinking about green concepts. So every emission is not bad. This is also a perception and perspective shown here. We have a perception that whatever emission is coming out from the factory, that is bad. Yes, it is a bad. But emission which is coming out from the trees is very good for us. So all emissions are not bad is shown here. So because we should be going green, we should be doing tree plantations. This is what I want to give you the message from this slide, because we want 17 kg of air per day. So you can think how many trees we need as a human. So what we are doing with the construction is still we have to go long way, and we have to think green, we have to go green in our designs. Again, this is a perspective and perception. In earlier slide, I had told you that 10% of the space should be there for the visitors. And in future, wherever we are installing this kind of systems, when we have to park our cars, there we have to give the place for this kind of chargeable points for the future. This is the green building, Sobraj Godrej Green Building Center, Hyderabad. So movement green has started, and it is increasing year on year, and these figures have increased as on date also. So these figures are increasing because CII and IGBC both are propagating green building concepts in a larger way. So I have told you there were 6 concepts: less water, green buildings are optimizing energy efficiency, conserve natural resources, generate less waste, provides healthier spaces for people, environment quality. The criteria which are shown on the right hand side have been explained in detail. So Panchabhuta, Panch Tattva, all these 5 Tattva, earth, water, fire, air and sky, all these are resembling and in sync with our requirement as an engineer. So we have to discover or rediscover our ethos. There are tangible benefits that we see while designing a green building. It saves energy 30 to 50%, saves water, reduction in initial investment as well possible, because after 2 years or 3 years or 5 years, it is going to give you a break-even point. After that, it will become economical. There are certain intangible benefits that we are not able to gauge, monitor, or record and measure. But yes, of course, we can see them in future. So IGBC impact, Indian Green Building Council impact on our energy requirement. It has saved 8 billion units, equivalent to Chennai's energy requirement for 1.5 years. You can think of how much energy has been saved just by thinking green, going green and designing green. So water saving 24 billion liters. And my dear friends, these figures are old figures. These figures have till date, they have increased a lot. So there are many possibilities, for if we as an engineer are going for our bit, we'll be contributing a lot to the organization as well as to the society, and that is what is required. And this is the message I want to give through this webinar. This slide I have already told you. And green building, what it did differently: energy requirement, electrical demand decreased, lighting power density decreased, air conditioning design decreased, less water requirement was there. These are the measured concepts. And IGBC green building rating system I have already explained. And these are the 25 IGBC rating systems available on the IGBC website also, for commercial, residential, transit, built environment, education, industrial, health, well-being, for everything. And for anything, there is a concept designed by IGBC systems, so we can think of that and we can design. And these are the points on individual modules, how the points are distributed for each and every criteria on the scale of 100, while a building is checked for its green building concepts. These are the criteria. We give 5 points for sustainable architecture and design. We give 14 points for site selection and planning. Water conservation 18 points. Energy efficiency 28 points. Building material and resources 16 points. Indoor environment quality 12 points. Innovation and development 7 points. There is a point system in this also. During construction, if you have an engineer at the project site who is IGBC qualified accredited professional, that building gets 1 point, and 1 point is not very less in this scale. So there is a system. You as an engineer can also undergo a training with IGBC CII, and you can also appear for IGBC accredited professional exam also, because there is a very good career avenue in this area. So idea is IGBC green rating system. It is simple in terms of understanding and approach, demanding in terms of performance, profound in terms of its impacts. And this is the website. The buildings can be, while thinking from the customer point of view, if we are going for a green building concept, right from the designing concept, right from the inception stage, we can go for the green building. If I as a owner is deciding that I have to build this hospital building as a green building, yes, we can do that. Right from the beginning, we should start, and we have to register our building on this website. And after register, we get free reference guide, we get master template, we get 2 free credit interpretation rulings. When to register, we can register our buildings at any stage, early stage. After it is done, then also we can register. Before starting the construction also we can register. During designing also we can register. So this is the process, IGBC certification process. You can refer IGBC website for this. It's a flow system, how building is registered and how the flow goes. So I have already told you there is an IGBC accredited professional exam. You have to register for the training. They give you 4 weeks or 5 weeks training, and after that exam is there. And they are in search of the qualified professionals who they can be engaged on various projects. So thoughts for technocrats from my side is, to sum up, green buildings, excellent opportunity to reduce operation costs from day one. Tremendous benefits, tangible and intangible. Long-term benefits are green makes business sense. So since I am from cement, I'll be touching very fast about cement. निर्माण के लिए बेहतर सीमेंट कौन सा होता है? Portland Pozzolana cement is a cement which comes into the category of, and we have a PPC which is Green Pro certified product. It is more fine. It is nothing but a clinker, gypsum and fly ash added into it. And setting time is monitored. Workability is better with this. Heat of hydration is of course less. We cannot do Wagada Dam with OPC. Whenever we are doing a mass construction, we have to go for PPC because heat of hydration is less. And similar is the case when we are going for a mass structures. We should be thinking Sankochan, shrinkage is less. Permeability is chloride sulfate attacks, alkali rate reactions. Ultimate strength is better. Curing is similar. Surface finish is better. And rate is 20 to 30 rupees cheaper than OPC. And the most important factor why I have shown this slide is it is eco-friendly. There is nothing other, building material which can consume more fly ash than PPC cement or than concrete in itself. So we should be going for PPC cement. And friends on ICI, because I have to say something about ICI also, I'm representing ICI. In ICI, Indian Concrete Institute, I would urge all the technocrats to, go for either taking the membership of the Indian Institute of Engineers or ICI. We do technical meets, concrete day, technocrat forum, ICI student center. You must start at NIT Jalandhar also, and webinars, membership, etc. should be taken care of. We at an Ultratech has a vision to be the leader in building solutions. If you are designing a building or constructing a building, doing anything related to construction, if you have any kind of issue, problem, or anything that you want in the field of construction, let us please look at Ultratech. We want to be the leader in building solution. Whatever solution you'll be seeking, we'll be giving you that solution. If it is not known in-house, definitely we'll be consulting professors from IIT of research scholars around the world to give you the solution. Mission is to deliver superior value to our stakeholders on the 4 pillars of sustainability, customer centricity, innovation, and team empowerment. And I am from Ultratech Cement, which is India's largest cement company, having capacity of 117.5 million ton as on date. And we also have ready-mix concrete, Birla White, and BPD division. So these are the Aditya. Ultratech Cement is a part of Aditya Birla Group. In Aditya Birla Group, we have lot many companies which are number 1 cement player in India, number 1 in VSF all over the world, number 3 cellular operator Idea, you might be knowing, top fashion lifestyle player amongst the largest fund managers in India, Aditya Birla Capital, global metal, Hindalco, number 1 in carbon black worldwide. So there are a lot many companies which are a part of Aditya Birla Group. This was the journey we had started in 1983, and as on date, the capacity is 117 million tons. So these are our plants spread all over India and also in Sri Lanka and abroad also. Building product division, we have come up with a different kind of construction chemical range of products in which we are trying to give power grout, ready plus, super stucco, fixer block, seal and dry, extra light, all kind of products to the needs of construction professionals are available nowadays with Ultratech, and we are trying to explore more. These are the zone-wise cement capacities in India. Housing is the major factor which is contributing to the 75 plus demand in Indian cement industry, and 20% is public infrastructure and rest is industrial developments. So thanks a lot from my side. That's all from my side. If you have any question or any query, I would be happy to answer.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very nice presentation.
Hopefully, I have not taken much time, and I have,
No,
done.
sir, no.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. If you want to, discuss anything now, or if you want to mail and ask question later, then also it is possible. Please do ask anything you want to know, be it related to the presentation or be it related to any other topic that is of interest to you.
I think this is a very good opportunity for the participants that a person who's related to the industry from last 25 years, I think he is filling the gap between the industry and academia, being a very strong bridge between the industry and academia. If you want to have any question regarding your post career, or you are how to go for those certification courses or ISBC, or you want to be a part of the many organizations that are related to the civil engineering or particularly concrete, I think this is the best man you in front of you to have answer all those queries, because I know he's a part of the many organizations, and one of them is Indian Concrete Institutes and others so as well. And I think if you want to, I think maximum for all of the participants are the related to the civil engineering field. And when you going through your career for like next 30 years, you will be in that field only. I think it's very important to be the part of any of these such organizations, so that you will have a good organization that is filled of those engineers, and you will constantly updated with all the activities and all the new researches that is going through in the industry. And now I welcome any of the participants who want to question regarding any of the things.
Sir,
It,
can
Your
I?
it could, yeah, it could be related to career. It could be related to your research that you want to do. We have a ready mix concrete division also, wherein we have more than 110 plants in India, and more in installation phase. So anything that you want to discuss, you can ask. Please ask. You should ask rather.
Sir, I have some few questions.
Okay.
In definition of the green building, you have talked about that we have to use less water, less electricity, but how much less? 10%, 20%? Like
It is.
general,
It is. It is. Yeah. Yeah.
like generally we are using the standard we have, Indian standard we have, and it is average is around like 150 liter per capita
Yeah. Yeah.
per.
Yeah.
So there is any standard for green building? How much it should be less?
Uh, the question that you have asked is, there is no standard. If you can go without water, it is best.
Okay,
If
sir.
it is like, if you can surviving without water, that should be uh, do we have any standard that what should be the fuel efficiency of our car? 100 kilometer per liter, 1000
No,
kilometer per liter. It is that way. There is no standard which is telling us the bottom line. It is for us as an engineer the most economical way. Whenever you are spending, it is about spending. We have a very less water which is available to mankind worldwide. We have read it in lot many books. We, whatever, to whatever extent we can go, we have to economize. And on the other end, earlier there was a there was a demand gap between electricity and the energy requirement. People were not getting electricity for their houses. Now the engineers, innovators all over the world, they are thinking in a way that they are installing a system in a building. The building will not only produce water for its own consumption, but it will also be giving light to the other four houses around. So it is, green building concept is nothing but going green from the mind, going less, consuming less of the resources. It is just like you are getting a salary of 5 lakhs a month, and then you want to go economical, you want to spend less. So there is no what your question was, okay, what is the last line, what should be the minimum requirement, right?
okay, sir.
If you can innovate, there is nothing like that. I think that is my answer to that. There is no code is not specifying that instead of 150 liter per capita per day requirement, what is the requirement that we have to generate or produce. No, if you can do rainwater harvesting, you can store water what was falling during the rain, then your requirement could be zero also, and you can design that kind of a structure also.
Like some of the green building in India, we have the platinum one. One you
Yeah.
have some CII that have the like 50% plantation part and 50% solar. And some of the have like 99% they are using the solid waste.
Right.
Here we have many green building. Sir, one statement was that 50 million household have no electricity,
It
but the
was
government
it was see
data
that
is
that that, that slide and that portion I have taken from certain cuttings which I have observed and which I had seen. That was the scenario, but nowadays, month on month, year on year, the gap is decreasing because government has come up with a HFA housing for all plans, and nowadays they are doing this Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin, wherein by 2020 they are going to 2022 they are going to build a lot many houses. So government is coming up with a robust plan of giving house and providing houses to the each and everybody. So that is happening, but because of the scenarios, the things are changing, right?
That's just last question. Actually,
Yeah.
my background is the flexible payment,
Okay.
and I have did the study on the rigid payment and flexible payment.
Okay.
And what I found that the carbon dioxide equivalent is more than 5 times in the rigid payment. More than 5 times in the rigid payment.
I would request you, and I would like to see your research and discuss it in depth with the Kanesh Kapoor ji and Dr. S.P. Singh ji in place. And definitely, I would like to tell you, I don't know, you must have done research for all the products that you are using for flexible and for the rigid. Definitely, I'm sure. And other part which you are, you should be capturing is the life cycle cost. That is what I am emphasizing upon. In a flexible payment, 3, 4 years, 5 years, whatever design life you have taken, that is the design life that you have designed sitting in a AC building. But if I consider Chandigarh as a center and Madhya Marg as a road for real experiment study, so whatever design life you have taken for flexible in your study, and what is available actually on the Madhya Marg, if you'll compare that data, then we'll discuss. I think that is my say for this. Yeah.
That is the field study only. That is the field study only.
Okay. We'll discuss, and we'll discuss each factor, and we'll think about it. What is the pros and cons of a flexible and rigid payment? But as far as CRRI, Delhi, you check their studies and take the data from them, and they have also done cost benefit analysis of flexible as well as concrete roads, and then we can discuss it, right?
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Very pertinent point. We should keep on looking at the pros and the cons of both the things, and then we'll arrive at a solution. Yeah. And my dear friend, there is an economic loss also. You'll go to Bombay where it rains, many times a day. And whenever there is a construction going on a road or bridge is being constructed at Ludhiana road, there is an economic loss to the generation who they are suffering while the construction is being done. Because of the road is not there, they have to take diversion and they have to spend extra fuel, spend extra man hours. That loss should also be considered, because in a 40 years of a design life of rigid payment, in a flexible, what is the design life of flexible payment that you have taken practically? Hello.
Sir, what we have done, like for example, we are constructing the rigid payment for 30 years. The design life is 30 years. So in the design life, during the 30 years, what was the maintenance and which type of the maintenance, and everything has been considered. Like for example, we are taking 10 to 15 years. We have different data. For some case, it is 10 years. Some case, it's a 15 years. So in 10 years, how many rehabilitation has been taken place? What was the maintenance? Everything has been taken place. And after 50 years, what was the cost? And another payment we have, perpetual payment. Still in India, it has not came. In USA in 2001 it came. So perpetual payment is the flexible payment only. The life is 100 years. The concept is, but the life is 100 years. So if we will compare with the perpetual payment, because the rigid payment and perpetual payment, that is very good, like a study. Like normally what we have problem in India, mainly the flexible payment, the quality construction. Like NHAI, if you will see the NHAI and PMGSY road, they are good, now good. They are not like bad. And now the second part is like, if you will see the China is not constructing the roads, new road, major roads after 2014. But in India, the most of the funding from the government is going to the construction, new construction, not for the maintenance, not for the rehabilitation. So still in India we are lacking for the maintenance part. So if you will maintain the road on the time, then it will be cost will be very less. But what we are doing is still we are rehabilitating, we are overlaying. Now NHAI has fully implemented that no, we will not overlay, we will recycle it. So that has been implemented in India. So that is good part. So I think so more 5 years or 6 years it will take when the Indian fully construction will finish, road construction, even widening will finish after 5 or 6 years. Then maybe government fund will utilize in the maintenance and the rehabilitation part. Then our road will be very good like USA, I think. I hope to. That
Great,
is the
great. That is very good point of yours. You keep on doing research, whatever you are doing. And do we have any road done with this perpetual concept in India?
Still laboratory study is going on. In the field, we have not constructed yet, sir.
Okay, okay, great. Please keep on doing studying and doing R&D about it. If there is anything that is practically feasible and for the betterment of the mankind, definitely we should be taking it forward. And whatever studies you have done with the flexible and with the rigid, keep on discussing. We have experts, we have people who they are really into that. And Mr. Rajiv Kumar is there in.
CRR, then CRR has done the study in the Dehradun,
Okay,
Uttarakhand,
okay.
and what they suggested that if rigid payment is better, very good. If MSA like traffic volume, traffic load is more, like more than 30 MSA is there, CBR is like 3% or 4%, then we should go for the rigid payment. We should
Right.
not go for the payment.
There
So
is
that
another technology. There is let us conclude this. There is another technology in rigid payment. You need not to go for 280 or 300 full concrete road. If there is a already existing road which is consolidated from last, having a good CBR value, so you can go for white topping. White topping is nothing but only laying a layer of 5 inches or 6 inches over the flexible payment and enjoying the facilities of concrete road. So that technology we had done one presentation last time on 22nd October on that topic only. So there are lot many things that we can discuss, and definitely if you have anything to share, we will share and we'll exchange your ideas. Thank you very much for pitching in and asking this question. If anybody other who wants to ask anything, please pitch in or otherwise let us end this call.
Kanish sir, there are a few questions in the chat box.
Yes, sir. Yeah, one question is there that is regarding, sir,
sir.
for domestic construction of a residential building, is it reliable to consider the AAC blocks rather than conventional bricks?
Best. Simple. If Satish Kumar Tamar has to do his own house construction, I'll go for AC blocks.
Okay, sir.
I don't think the explanation is required.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. And
what kind of cement and what additional provision have to be provided if I want to construct concrete room thermally insulated on the roof? The question, Divyansh, what kind of cement, PPC cement, what additional provisions have to be provided if I want to construct concrete room thermally insulated? You can go for our ready-mix concrete. You need not to worry about cement. We'll be giving you thermocone concrete. Concrete which will resist your temperature. We are supplying, we are producing that kind of concrete in our ready-mix concrete. Can I get a tax break for building green. For building green, you can get increased FAR, green building concept. You can get higher increased 5% or 10% according to the rating system that your building has, earned. Based upon that, you can get 5 to 10% increased FAR from the town planner approved by the government. Any other question, Dr. Kanish Kapoor ji, आप देख पा रहे हैं?
No, sir. I think
Thank you.
this is all over having. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much
for being here, sir.
Sir, a few more questions in the chat box, sir.
Sir, they are already, sir, answered.
Okay.
If you still have question, you please note down my email ID, satish.tamar@adityabirla.com. You can get in touch with Dr. Kapoor. He'll be giving you my email ID and phone number. We can chat, we can discuss, and we can close. Because just for the, Kapoor sahab, ek aad koi aur, if you have any other question, you can take it up.
Actually, sir, one question is there, like what is lead and Giraha, and one of the participants had already answered that question in the chat room only.
That's okay. These are the parallel agencies. Yes,
exactly,
UGBC, LEAD, GRIHA, IGBC. These are the parallel agencies who they are working is in the same direction. The idea is that emphasis should be given to all the technocrats that we should be going for the sustainable construction practices, durable construction. Looking at the carbon footprints that are being generated by the industries or by the other factors. So that how we can minimize, how we can use the less of the resources like water, he has questioned about, how we can use the less of the natural resources by making, the rate of consumption of a building, pace very minimal.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I think let's move on to the vote of thanks, sir. On behalf of organizing team and the Department of Civil Engineering, I would like to thank our speaker, Mr. Satish Kumar Tanwarji, Regional Head Ultratech Cement Limited from the industry for sparing his valuable time and sharing the useful informations and insights in light of green building and the developments. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to all the participants from various parts of India for listening the series in light of grand success of this series. With this, I conclude the today webinar and I request all the participants to attend next lecture by Mr. Sanjay Bajaj, Vice President, Road Technologies Limited, and that will be held on 14th November, the same time 11 a.m. Thank you. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandil sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Actually, I'm reading some people has requested a feedback link again.
Okay.
So I already sent. Still, some participant are requesting. Okay, sir. You may leave. Yeah, I'll also leave another couple of minutes. Yeah. Thank you. Take care, sir. Yeah.
you